we're claiming to have invented superintelligence. We're about to prove it by releasing this press release.
It's a constant pressure of thinking what is going to happen afterwards.
With what you guys are introducing, the whole game changes.
Technology that hedge funds would typically keep for themselves, we're now allowing that access to a much broader audience, which has never ever been done before. As of right now, we have 11 days until the announcement goes live, and I think you brought up some really valid points that we really need to consider before pushing this out, and it might change how we actually announce what we're announcing. So yeah, keen to hear really what your thoughts are on everything that we've been talking about.
When you look at these numbers compared to the hedge fund performances and other stuff for 2025 in the financial markets, brokerages, they're outstanding numbers, including, especially given that 2025 was such a harsh year. And so what this means is that you're in this great position where you could essentially sit there and you can say, look at everything that we've done. You just have to point to your numbers. 51.15% net return, 2.13 Sharpe. Your daily trading averages, 700 million on average plus, many times over $1 billion. And you look at this and you think to yourself, you don't need to sit there and be overly ambitious in touting everything else. What you need to do is allow this to sit somewhere long enough so the press and everybody else can catch up to it. And so they can sit there and they can go, this is all verifiable, this is all proven. And now what happens is you become the rational leading players in the business, as opposed to people that are just sort of saying, look, we did 51, you did 17, tell me which one's better.
Yeah, it's true.
We all know from the numbers what's there. You don't have to. You don't have to shout it. The numbers speak to themselves. Let the press, let the other people, the investors, let the people that recognize what you've done come to you.
So this year, we were able to achieve things that would take any other company tens of millions of dollars and years worth of building. We didn't realize that we had made such an impact, or we didn't realize that we had done what we had done until we'd reached the end of the year and actually reconciled and audited all of our accounts, all of our performance and everything within the company. Upon going over the data and upon reconciling everything within the company, we realized that we had breached a benchmark which, honestly, none of us thought we were going to come close to this soon in our journey. Because of that, we realized that this is information that we wanted to release to the public. That is the reason that we've decided to do a press release. Upon realizing the impact that this press release is going to have, not only on the company, but us as individual founders, I've decided to go to a location where I can truly zoom out.
Where do I begin to tell the story of how great love can be? The sweet love story that is older than the sea. The simple truth about the love.
Although I decided to step away to reflect on what's coming, there is still a lot of business that needs to get done.
So how are you feeling about this meeting?
Yeah, good. I mean, we're at the point now of signing papers and making the transfer, so before we do any of that, it's always important to meet people in person, which is why I suggested he flew out here and we made it possible, because again, it's a huge commitment, and acquiring a business takes a lot of trust.
Yeah.
Of course, they're meant to disclose everything prior to the transaction being made and as part of the due diligence process, but it's not unfamiliar for people to hide things, and I want to get a real feel for this guy and who he is and what kind of business he's put through this company before we put our names to it and make it official. So yeah, I'm excited about it, and I guess we'll see how it goes. At the moment, we're running everything online, but it's important to have meetings in person. So many ideas come to mind, and even though I'm trying to stay focused and rest for the press release, there is still a lot of business that needs to keep moving.
Because we have I think currently 10 or 11 to be exact. So if you could imagine.
No, of course, it's incredible. It's also, like I always say this, sometimes it's not just about looking at what's ahead of us is looking what's like right in front of us, and sometimes the lowest hanging fruit can be what is literally right in front of you. It's looking at how can we increase our margins with what we already have, like even like small things, John, such as the fees that we pay right now at the venues that we trade out of. If we're able to slash them by 50%, then that's an absolutely huge increase on our revenue straight away out the door. And given the volumes that we're already pumping through these venues, it's something which I think is definitely a conversation worth having. Ultimately, on top of that as well, yesterday, I don't know if you're aware, but I had a meeting with one of the partners of a company we're acquiring, Inverters. I told you we're acquiring a brokerage ourselves. So once we have that, it's going to be another game changer for us, because we'll probably increase our revenue by at least 30 to 40% overnight from moving business from one venue to another. Obviously, you know, in a business, we're looking to innovate the business, we're looking to push it forward, we're looking to bring out all these new and exciting things. But the opportunity very often lies in exactly what is in front of you, and I think you're right in saying that we need to focus on the business we currently have and seeing what more we can squeeze out of it. The first 2 years of my journey involved isolating myself in an environment where the only thing that I could focus on was my work. That was what led me to today. That's what led me to be in a place where the business has been able to achieve what it has done today. However, once you get to this point, it's important to find inspiration from elsewhere. We're heading to do some fishing. We're going to be thrown at the deep end. Never done this before, never done any kind of free diving, never shot a spear gun, but we're going for it. We're here in Bali and we're going to make it happen. So
New experiences, man.
New experiences. The dogs.
Oh, be careful, they want to fight.
Oh.
We do barbecue here. If I give more fish, I can give it somebody, making good karma. Because I'm from Bali, I believe in karma.
Me too.
If you give good to somebody, the good coming.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
I couldn't
exactly.
agree anymore.
Yeah, for me, no drama.
No,
No drama.
That's a beautiful story. That's a beautiful
Yeah.
story.
This is about karma, bro. I think you good karma and me good karma. We meet
That's
here.
why
You
we're
know?
here.
Exactly,
The
100%.
universe has brought us together,
Yeah,
my friend.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Having new experiences and exposing myself to environments that I'm uncommon with is where the real inspiration comes from. I know that there is going to be a lot of attention off the back of this, and this is why it's important to bring people in and to get advice from people which have the experience. However, sometimes so many opinions or too many opinions can be clouding. It can take away the clarity that you had, and it can also lead you to make decisions which you don't truly resonate with. I mean, the thing is, we're so deep down the rabbit hole with everything that we put all over the material, all over the website, everywhere, that it's quite a thing to change. But we're also not just about changing the material, it's about changing everything else that we planned. The press release we've got coming up, I mean, it's too late now to change anything to do with that, in my opinion. I mean, we've already had commitment from so many huge publications that if we were to change anything now, I don't think we could ever build that relationship back up with them. It's the problem with having so many people involved in the business now, though. Everyone's got an opinion, everyone. And like the famous saying goes, you know, if you want to make the wrong decision, ask everyone. It's a constant pressure of thinking what is going to happen afterwards. But realistically, you cannot do anything about it until the day comes. The days spent leading up to this press release have been a continuous reminder of the amazing things that we've been able to achieve as a company this year. But now the time is here.